Hello, everybody. Still made it on time. Almost late, but it is still 7:30. Welcome back to the evening update, folks. It is November the 10th, 2025. Been an interesting couple of days. Also, Shell, thank you in the chat. New username I see. Very nice. Magic Shell now. Do you mind if I call you Magic? Hey, I'm here. Welcome, everybody. Yes, repost the live, please. Make sure you repost out the live for all of your friends, family, enemies, coworkers, bosses, whatever. Make sure they all see it, guys. Repost the live. Help everyone get more accurate information than you're going to probably get on any broadcast on mainstream media today. And I'm just a random guy on the internet, probably artificial intelligence, just talking to you. But yeah, guys, it's been an interesting week so far. I am extremely tired, but I'm always tired because being a single parent, being a full-time employee, and a almost full-time live streamer is a lot. But I'm glad to do it, guys, because you make it worth doing. You can go ahead, though. Check out the profile. You can click on my profile. You can see that I am, in fact, right now live. Believe it or not, we are live. I'm only joking. I'm not really AI, guys. You can see here, you can, with this little button right there, give me your tip. I appreciate it. If you just want to give me your tip, if you can afford to do so, I would greatly appreciate it. I won't even abuse it. Any tips are welcome, guys. You can also go to the website. You can go there, and I am a very cheap coffee date, but you can buy me a coffee. You can also purchase some merch. We are working on some designs as we speak. Shell and Crispy were helping me out with that over the weekend, so I appreciate the help, Shell. Appreciate the help, Crispy, as well, for design ideas. So we'll get some merch up to date. You can also check out the Discord. You can check out my company, the Men's Empowerment Network, if you are a gentlemen going through some divorce or custody issues and you would like some consulting or some guidance on that, I can definitely help you. I've been through a lot, have a lot of advice and help that I can give to you to help navigate that process and get one of the better outcomes. My outcome is pretty damn good. It's hard to beat, but if we talk, I will share it with you. You can also follow me on X, which is probably where you're watching me right now because that's the majority of my audience, but if you want a free way to support the channel, go to YouTube, go to Rumble, subscribe to my channels there. That will help me with the algorithm. And anytime you can help with the algorithm, guys, is helping out the channel, helps me bring you more content, helps make this worth doing more. And in the end, I would love to make this 5 nights a week. I just cannot do that until it makes financial sense, guys. So 3 nights a week for now during the evening update, and then we will have the weekly update still, as you can see down here in the schedule, on Saturdays. You also can catch us tomorrow night, Topic Exchange, 8:45 p.m. And starting this coming Sunday, again, you can check out Christina and Shell on their strange journey through the Bible space at 4 p.m. So check that out as well. Let's see, you got to catch up, have a bunch of chats. Hey, Shell, yes, you can call me Magic. Fantastic. Hey, Karen, howdy, friends. Hey, Jack. Jack is also in the chat. How's it going, Jack? How's it going, Karen? Good to see you, Shell. Also, we won and beat the Schumer shutdown. You are getting ahead, Karen, but that's okay. I have that story actually pulled. There's an entire section on Shutdown Antics, so it will be fun. But let's get right into it. First story, we have the first section actually is our Alladdin updates, guys. I'm going to keep this segment going for as long as Alladdin is still overseas doing what he's doing, because I think it is important that we support him. If somebody wants to throw a link to his GoFundMe in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't have it in the show notes, and it doesn't do me a lot of good to put the link up here on the screen because you guys can't click on it. So if somebody wants to throw that in the chat, I would appreciate it. But here you can see here that he visited the World War II Museum in Kyiv, where a dedicated exhibit honors the Americans and other foreigners who fought alongside the Ukrainian military against the Russians. Interesting. Standing before the display, as I was flooded with dark memories. I honestly teared up right then and there. Here's some of those who have fallen. RIP American heroes. Yeah, it's interesting, guys. Check it out. He's posting a lot of interesting updates, cultural things too. It's not just the war and what's going on in Ukraine. So, went to a museum. He also pointed out here that there are some of the most beautiful Christian Orthodox churches in the world that are over here. Shell says gorgeous. Absolutely. Also, people try to get in an argument with him that the Orthodox churches and the cathedrals were the same thing. They're not. Also, I think that might have been a typo, Karen. I believe your laughing is accurate. We fought technically with the Russians in World War II, which just goes to show you how they got turned into the geopolitical boogeyman is beyond me, because we literally fought with them against the Nazis. But hey, what do I know? The Ukrainians also have a large contingent of Nazis, and it's fine. I'm sure it's fine, guys. There's no weirdness going on. So it was a Nazi museum. That's kind of what it makes it sound like, Karen. You know, maybe it was the Azov Museum. It's hard to tell. I'm just reporting what Alladdin was reporting, okay? There is a really large problem, though, with Nazis in some of their regiments. The Azov Battalion being the biggest one of them. But yeah, guys, check it out. Beautiful pictures, guys. He's walking around seeing a lot of neat things. You can see here, he visited the Maidan Square. So if you don't know much about recent Ukrainian history, the Maidan Rebellion was basically essentially a USAID, allegedly a USAID funded revolution that ousted Yanukovych and the pro-Russian government in Ukraine, and then we replaced it with a pro-Western government in Ukraine. It's almost like we meddle overseas in elections, and then we get mad when people do it to us. It makes no sense, guys. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Like, our government has been manipulating elections and governments overseas for dozens and dozens of years. South America, we've been doing regime change since the 50s, guys. Like, for us to try and pretend like we have some moral high ground in the world is kind of laughable, because our government is kind of corrupt. I actually have a section on corruption coming up. But yeah, guys, learn a little bit if you don't know much about it. But the Maidan Square incident, the rebellion there, was an interesting part of European history, and we have a lot to do with it. And now we are, again, involved in Ukraine. We should really stop. Victoria Newland has entered the chat. It's a different history over there. It absolutely is, Karen. It's a different history everywhere. If you notice, the people who write the history seem to be the victors, and it is not always consistent. Depending on the part of the world you're in, the perspective that they tell history from is very different. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're talking to somebody from Europe and you're trying to tell them about world history, they may have heard a different version of it than you. And it's hard to say which is right, because the American public education system is run by a bunch of communists. So there's that. Anyways, moving on. We have another update from Alladdin. Extra edition for this fun walk in Kyiv during a curfew and Russian bombing.
Walking in Kyiv somewhere. I had to do some land navigation to actually find my way back home.
Yeah.
I'm about 3 miles away right now. I initially got dropped off by the taxi cab after the sirens went off.
And we covered this story on the weekly update, guys. Literally, driver was like, too close to curfew, just dropping you here, bro, going home.
And after certain hours at night, if the sirens goes off, then there's a curfew and everybody has to get somewhere and park, and they cannot drive, and it's absolutely ghost town everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, guys. Like, there's no lights on. There's almost no sound. If you're in a city and you hear no car horns, no driving, no anything, it's kind of creepy. Who knows? But yeah, guys, check out his updates. They're always fun to watch. He's going to keep doing them. And then he's also posting more about Candace Owens, because apparently she keeps being stupid. This is a follow-up to the MI5 post that he had that basically said, if you don't stop messing around, I'm going to take time out of my trip in Ukraine to put you on blast. So it looks like we have a little bit more of her being put on blast. As Candace Owens going after Seth Dillon, I wonder who's next. This woman has lost her mind completely. I think she's just desperate for attention, my guy. I think she's realizing that she's fading into irrelevance, and to try and maintain some semblance of relevance, she just says outrageous and stupid things. But let's go ahead and listen.
The attack they always do is they kind of try to make it seem like you're going crazy. That's the wildest part to me, is reading back the messages and they're like, oh, like, you know, like we're your friend. They
Maybe. I mean, it could be that you're not going crazy and you're right, but maybe you're crazy.
always come at you
What's up, MK? How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Thank you.
as a friend. Like, I care about you. Like, are you okay, Dave? I saw you wrote that tweet about, like, you know, that Palestinian child, and you said it looks sad. Like, are you okay? Like, is your marriage okay right now, Dave? Like, are there some things going on at home, Dave? Like, I'm your friend. Like, you know, you can always call me. This is their strategy behind the scenes, and it's also their strategy in front of the scenes. I think Seth Dillon is a literal demon. I will never, like, I can't explain to you, like, there's something very dangerous, like, psychologically wrong with him. This
Literally a demon, huh? Yeah, Shell says Candace just needs to be quiet. Yeah, that's probably in her best interest at this point. But as long as she's getting paid to say nonsense and stupidity, she's probably going to keep escalating. You see here, David, Candace asks questions others are afraid to ask. Got to give her that. Just because you don't agree with her takes doesn't mean you need to revert to insults. She's not asking questions. She's making wild claims. Yeah, she could be doing both. It's hard to say. Funny how you're doing exactly what she's doing. Yeah. The number of people that are going to come to white knight a female on the internet is going to be excessive. It's really not worth, as a man, don't lower yourself to public insults of a female online. The number of simps and white knights that are going to be out there is going to be alarming to you. You are not going to get the message across, and things will not go the way you expect them to. They will just simp harder. They will not listen. They will simp harder. Hello, West Virginia. Good to see you in the chat. Welcome. Guys, we get out of that. We get into the shutdown antics. So I don't know about you, but there were a couple of updates in the last few days about the shutdown. So let's get started with them, shall we? First, we had the Supreme Court told the Trump administration, hey, bro, you're allowed to block SNAP funding. Cool. Let's do that. So they did. And then the government came out and said, hey, states, stop issuing full food stamp benefits and immediately reverse payments. Because if you don't, you're going to lose federal cost sharing and you're going to be held liable for the overpayments. Do you think this might maybe have something to do with the fact that the government is potentially reopening very soon? Do you think maybe this might have something to do with that? The Democrats were playing chicken with, you know, your food, and they lost. Guys, the federal government, the Supreme Court said, yeah, bet. This is within their purview. There is no money for you. Either reopen the government or people keep starving and they're going to blame you. Yeah. I think the Democrats blinked because they realized it is their shutdown. You got here, John Fetterman, after 40 days as a consistent voice against shutting our government down, I voted yes for the 15th time to reopen. I'm sorry to our military, SNAP recipients, government workers, and Capitol Police who haven't been paid in weeks. They should have never come to this. This was a failure. Fetterman with the somewhat rare nowadays W. Guys, he's realizing that the Democrats really screwed the pooch on this and that it's time to reopen. It's just hurting people. So then Timcast News has an update. From yesterday afternoon, the Senate is set to vote on a bipartisan deal to end the government shutdown. Strange. Suddenly, they're interested in reopening the government. Suddenly, they're not demanding that we do part of the subsidies, the Affordable Care Act subsidies is part of it. They're not demanding it anymore. Interesting. Now they're just, we're going to vote on it. You can see here the 4 bullet items funding the government through January. So temporarily kicking the can down the road, as the government seems to love to do. Guaranteed back pay for federal workers. I am against this because it keeps removing the teeth and the effect of the actual shutdown. No one's going to care. Everyone's going to get back paid and no one's going to remember. And we're just going to keep doing this shit over again. Please stop. Also sets a vote for the Affordable Care Act tax credits. I like to call it the Unaffordable Care Act because if it wasn't for the tax credits and the subsidies, it wouldn't exist anymore. It'd be too damn expensive. It's not affordable at all. Robert Johnson in the chat. Mr. Johnson, thank you for showing up. It's always a pleasure to see you around. You let me know if there's anything that you would like me to cover. Throw a link down in the chat if you want me to pull something up and discuss it. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have a member of the Doge community. We always, we get Gardner in here, and we appreciate Gardner. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Gardner. But yeah, any member of the Doge community is more than welcome in my chat. Absolutely. Y'all are doing great work. Keep it up. Backed by at least 10 Democrats, guys. So they are budging. They are flinching. They are swerving out of the way in a game of chicken, guys. They realize they screwed up. But our very own Gardner here has a nice ending post for our Shutdown Antics section where it says the Schumer shutdown draws to a close. But let's not put away the sombreros just yet. One last tribute to the boys and girls in the Democrat Party who withheld food and pay for more than a month. And I'll play the rest of that at the end because I don't want to get the stream taken down and demonetized, which I will if I play the whole song. Yes. All right, we're going to move on, get into the section on government. Elon Musk posting this out so I could see it. But realizing that the Doom graphics engine running on a pregnancy test CPU could handle all of North American air traffic control, I'm going to sit down for a bit. Yeah, guys, this is a very valid point. Many of our mission-critical infrastructure systems in the United States are running on ancient computer technology, guys. Now, part of that is by design. Part of it is because the older systems are considered reliable, right? Just like we don't send very advanced, highly sensitive, small lithography CPUs to the moon, right? We don't put them on satellites because they are more susceptible to things like cosmic rays and other things. So that's fine. Kara says DOS-based. Maybe, if you're lucky. It might be running assembly, basic, COBOL. It's hard to say. I mean, you could really just like roll a dice with any of the old programming languages. You'd have a decent shot at being right. But guys, you got to remember, a lot of these old systems run on old hardware for a reason. It's very reliable. It's easy to service and work on. Now, there is something to be said about having just redundancy built in with consumer grade parts that you could very easily source off the shelf at any Best Buy. Well, okay, let's be honest. You're probably not going to find it at a Best Buy because Best Buy lately is trash, and I have a personal vendetta against Best Buy because their return policy sucks and their customer service is atrocious, in my opinion, from my own personal experience. So we'll just leave Best Buy alone from now on, but I do not support their stores anymore at all. I think that they do a trash job. What, buddy? You're all done cleaning? Thank you. Yes, please. Please pick up in there too. Thank you. Radio Shack had better stuff. I agree. I miss Radio Shack, man. When you could assemble a like daisy chain of 5 connectors to get the input and output you needed. Nobody needs a breadboard. You just needed to visit Radio Shack. Artemisia. Hey, everyone. Hi, Artemisia. Welcome to the chat. It's always good to have you. But guys, it is true though. Like they've run Doom on, they ran Doom on a virtual PC that was running inside of Minecraft. Like, yeah, we could run air traffic control on the computer that I am live streaming this show from. Probably for the entire country, guys. But we need to modernize our systems, absolutely, but we need to do so carefully, because what happens when air traffic control goes down, things go very, very bad. So I support Elon in this. I agree with Elon. I agree with Casey in this. Also, Sam here, haven't updated much of the system since the 70s. We're giving so much money our way to foreign countries, our own infrastructure is crumbling. That is also a valid point, guys. We give way too much money to other countries for nonsense like gender studies and other like DEI programs and shit in Nambia. Meanwhile, air traffic control systems are antiquated. But we do need to upgrade those systems carefully, guys. It is fun to just hypothesize and say, yeah, look, I could run all of it on my computer. And I could. Like, I literally have a server rack sitting off to my side that I stream this show through that is probably powerful enough to do it. But like, I don't want to take that responsibility and run nationwide air traffic control out of my server, especially because I'm on Comcast Xfinity. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. But yeah, so it's a good point. We could definitely do a lot to advance our infrastructure, and we should. But the government is never going to prioritize that. Not as long as we have the regular politicians in office. If we're going to do it, we need to do it while Trump's in office. His administration seems to be the only one in the last few decades, basically in my lifetime, that seems interested in any kind of modernization at all. So let's keep doing it. Maybe if Doge can save us enough money, we can just update the air traffic control system for free. We have another one. This came out today. The Trump administration is now directing visa officers to deny entry to fat people and others with costly health issues, arguing that they are a burden to U.S. taxpayers. What, buddy? Why are we crying? You know where you what? Well, then look for it, buddy. Why are you crying about it? I know, look for it. Okay, well, go find it. That's how you get something, buddy. You have to earn it. Did you look over here? Did you look at all these? Okay, well, then go look for it, buddy. Don't cry about it. Okay, well, look around the house. Okay? We'll find it. We'll find it, buddy, okay? He's very upset. He cannot find one of his favorite stuffed animals. I understand. Kara says the airlines need to pay for it. They could definitely help, guys. They're the ones mainly benefiting from it. Like, I'm fine with the government supporting it, but at the same time, having some cost sharing in there makes a lot of sense to me. Yep. Yeah, guys, keeping the overweight people out because they are potentially a burden on us. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't know what you guys think. This is an interesting story about government, guys. This one is an evolution of opinion that was posted by a data Republican. Jenica has had a change of heart on the federal income tax. On the surface, it's just a way for the government to generate revenue. It has to get its funding from somewhere. But now I see it as a method of, I now see that the method of taxation itself fundamentally alters the relationship between the government and its people. When the government relies on taxing individuals' income, it shifts from serving its citizens to exploiting them as a revenue source. This dynamic creates inherent friction where the government no longer answers to the people, but to the system that extracts from them. And if you look around, it's clear whatever our tax dollars are funding, it is not serving us. Very good point. Very good point. So the last sentence there, the income tax distorts governance itself, and needs to go. Super based take, Jenica. I am all about it. Personal income tax can kick rocks, crank up the tariffs, and we'll be good. Yep, I'm perfectly fine. The federal government paid for itself through tariffs and other duties and fees for most of its existence. It isn't until the federal income tax, I believe, somebody fact check me, 16th Amendment? Oh, God. It's been so long. Somebody help me with that. I believe it's 16. I could be wrong. Yep. So the thing about income tax is it literally just makes it a pain to succeed. It really does. The harder you work, the more they take from you. And if you work even harder, they take from you even more. It's kind of a disincentive to work, guys. Maybe we should tax the other side of it. Not the earning, maybe tax the spending side of it. I don't know. There's other ways we can talk about it. You can talk in the chat. Give me your opinion on how you think we should best fund the government. But I don't think personal income tax is the way to do it. Karen asked what the weight limit is. Oof. That is a good question. I don't know. What would the weight limit be? Also, we have looks like Lexi sent us a link to Donald Trump's response to J.B. Pritzker. This is about sanctuary cities. Okay, I will throw this one in the lineup here near the end of government. I will do that. And then I also have Robert Johnson dropping a link. Oh, fantastic. 16th Amendment. Is this? Oh, okay. He pulled it up. We're going to go into this. There we go. Okay. And screen share. Okay, there we go. So this one, 16th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution ratified February 3rd, 1913, grants power to the power to levy income tax on individuals and businesses without apportioning them amongst the states. Yes, I was correct. Thank you very much, sir, for looking that up. Prior to the 16th Amendment, the federal government relied mainly on tariffs and excise taxes for revenue. The push for an income tax grew during the Progressive era to address wealth inequality and fund government programs. Oh, God, guys, the free shit train. Like, yeah, get rid of that thing immediately. The whole premise behind it. Oh, they do that as well. Sales tax has gone from 4 to 12 in the last 2 decades. Yeah, guys, once government realizes that they can just tax you and then promise your money to other people for free shit to get their votes, guys, taxes go up. It's like the argument that, graph always go up. If that graph was taxes, yes, taxes always go up, guys. But yeah, interesting to see Jenica's evolution on this position. Very happy to see it. And I support it. Let's get rid of the federal income tax, guys. Needs to go. And then I can move to a state with no state income tax. It'll be wonderful. This one, and wokeness posts Jasmine Crockett, the fraud, the high-class, very elitist woman that pretends to be ghetto, thinks Trump will rig voting machines and that states should reject voting machines by Dominion. What? Say it isn't so. It's almost like we were saying this for a while.
We do know that one of his friends has purchased Dominion. So it's going to be really important for us to...
So we weren't supposed to be afraid when the progressives owned it. Now that one of his friends owns it, now we should be worried?
educate all states that we can.
Also, where is her ghetto slang accent? Little code switching going on.
To make sure that their Secretary of States are...
Also, does it look like she just coiled a large rope from like a cruise ship on her head?
Like, we don't want the Dominion machine.
Can somebody make a AI image of that real quick, and I will throw it in the meme section? It literally looks like she took anchor, like rope you use to attach a ship to the pier, and coiled it on her head. My link, by the way, is another parody I made. Okay, fantastic, Lexi. I will make sure to point that out when I play it.
Because I personally believe that ally purchased Dominion so that he could potentially play with the machines.
But what if you guys did that when you guys owned it? Interesting.
Because we know that they're trying to cheat by changing the lines for the midterms. And I think that they're trying to solidify their cheat potentially with the voting machines.
Interesting that she didn't sound so ghetto. Like, I find that very strange, but also not, because she's talking to a white guy. So she's code switching to talk white. It's very strange. All right, Rope for Brains. I'm sure you're actually pretty intelligent and raised in a private school, so we're just going to let that one go. But Yeah, it's interesting. She was crapping all over people for pointing out Dominion was probably part of the cheating, but now they're like, oh, now that Trump owns it, it's going to be used for cheating. I think it was used for cheating all along, Ms. Crockett. Just saying. White House here posting after this truth by Mr. Trump. All money left over from the $2,000 payments made to low and middle income USA citizens. Very important part. From the massive tariffs, the best tariffs ever, income pouring into our country from foreign countries, which will be substantial, will be used substantially to pay down the national debt. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It says all money left over will be used to pay down the debt. So $2,000 to middle and poor people, and then the rest is going to go to debt. I think it should all go to the debt, but yeah, what do I know? Better than going to the rich people, because they're going to immediately accuse him of, trying to benefit his buddies who are rich. Said he made a parody of that too. Oh, Lexi, don't threaten us with a good time. Robert says, any Floridians in the chat? I don't know. Is Chad here? Is Chad in the chat? Do we have any Chads in the chat? Talking about the hanging Chads. Oh. I missed a perfect opportunity for a good pun. Oh, the hanging Chads. Oh. But don't hang Chad. We like Chad. Chad's good. I just say put it all in debt versus potentially being igniting inflation. Yeah, because if you give it to the people, they're going to spend it. More money going after the same amount of goods makes prices go higher. New community just dropped. Robert Johnson sharing a new community. I'm just going to blindly pull it up. What is it? Let's see. Team Fishback. All right. Mission bring America First principles mainstream to support you. Oh, here we go. Time to rally behind genuine America First patriots, real outsiders who embody our values. Let's reject the recycled DC insiders that the swamp repackages and markets to us as America First. That's why Fishback caught my eye over a year ago. And I have been tracking him ever since. He's no career politician. He's a proven leader who can dominate a debate stage with facts, fire, and unapologetic conviction. Let's mobilize full strength. What is he running for? If you want to throw that in the chat for real quick, I will gladly. We're going to be kind and respectful. Checks. I'm so nice. I'm one of the nicest, most humble people you will meet. Also, keep posts on topic. I'm not good at that, but I will do my best and explore and share. I can't do that, so we're going to agree. Go ahead and support that. We will, go ahead and support him. And I would be interested. He hasn't announced. Then what's the community for? Or did you make the community to support him? Fantastic. Love to see it. Yeah, guys. Rebate checks. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Here we have a 23-second video, hopefully for governor. Fantastic. Also, I am condolences, and I'm sorry to hear that you did not make it in your election, sir. If I could have voted for you, I would have, and I support you doing it again because I think you have a shot. I think the name recognition, if you just do it again, I think you have a good shot at. Are you planning on running again by any chance? Oh, you made it. Oh, you made the community. Yes. Are you going to run for office again, Mr. Johnson? That's my question. President Trump said he's going to work to circumvent insurance companies. Let's check this out.
I hope that we're going to be able to have a health care where Lindsay and I were discussing it, Jim and I were discussing it, and Katie, we discussed it. We want a health care system where we pay the money to the people instead of the insurance companies. And I tell you, we're going to be working on that very hard over the next short period of time, where the people get the money. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars where the people get the money. Yes, please.
Yes, the money should go to the people, not the insurance companies. 2 years from now, you will run again. Fantastic. And we will help support you when you run again. I think it would be a much better choice. I know you are running in a very blue area, though, so it is an uphill battle, but hey, man, we will do whatever we can. The community will do whatever we can to support you. So just let us know. Keep us in the loop, and we will gladly support you, Mr. Johnson. So pay the money to the people, not to the insurance companies. Yeah, because ever since the Unaffordable Care Act passed, guys, who's gotten more of the money? You and me or the insurance company CEOs? We covered that on Saturday. And it turns out it was the healthcare CEOs. So I'm glad to see there's at least some discussion to try and keep some of that money from getting to them. You also got to hear that they are not going to give an inch. This was about the shutdown.
You mentioned senators that are here, Mr. President. Do you personally approve of the deal that's happening right now in Capitol Hill to end the government?
Well, it depends what deal we're talking about. But if it's a deal I heard about, that's certainly, they want to change the deal a little bit. But I would say so. I think based on everything I'm hearing, they haven't changed anything. And we have support from enough Democrats. And we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
Mr. President, that deal does reverse the mass firings your administration put through during the shutdown. Did you sign off on that, and will you abide by that if this passes?
Well, I will be. I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good. We're not going to be giving $1.5 trillion to people that came in from jails and from, the gangs and drug dealers and all of these others that they wanted to be given health care, which would have hurt our health care system. I hope that we're going to be able to have a health care where Lindsay and I were discussing it, Jim and I were discussing it, and Katie, we discussed it. We want a health care system where we pay the money to the people.
Okay, this was the other part of that. So this was a longer segment. Yeah, guys, does he support it? I don't think he's against reopening the government. I don't think he ever has. He just didn't want to do it under the wrong pretext, right? We're not going to just give up everything. We're not going to fund criminal alien healthcare. We don't want to do all of these things just to get the government open. This isn't a hostage game, right? So, yes, Trump has wanted to pay people, but if it's not open, it's not open. So you got here right now. This is so Lexi, when I play this, should I play the bottom video first and then the top video? That way people have context. Just let me know and I will play that here in just a minute. Or should I just play the other one and just go in blind? This one, Secretary of War posts that yesterday we also had 2 more kinetic strikes on the fishermen, these blue bin fishermen. Okay. Hey, I'll help you. I'll help you after the show, okay? Hey, look at me. You understand? Okay. Calm down, bud. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You the baby shark? I think that might be in my car. No. Hey, it's in my trunk. I don't want you guys going through my trunk. I think so. Just wait until after my show and I'll help you look, okay? Okay? Okay, I know, but okay, kids, I will help you when it's done. Okay, can you wait, please? It's almost done, bud. Can you be patient for me? All right, thanks, bud. The shark's getting fed. Yeah, they're eating a lot of fish. Those are going to be the highest sharks on Earth. So you can see here we have a nice fishing boat, guys. Lots of fishermen. Oh, that was not a small one, guys. Whoo! Yikes. Yeah, now look at all these mysterious beige packages of fish, guys. Look, they've already packaged the fish for market. Why are we attacking food that's on its way to market, guys? These fishermen are just trying to earn a living with these interestingly packaged manila envelope fish. The narrative coming out of the left on this is so stupid. 3 large outboard motors that cost more than most people's homes in these countries. A very shallow boat running very low in the water, carrying mysterious beige packages, blue barrels, and duffel bags. Yeah, this is the strangest. Where are their fishing rods? Is there a flash freezing plant under the water that we can't see and they're just bringing the packaged fish to the top? Guys, the left is just retarded on this, guys. These are absolutely drug dealers and drug runners. So there he goes, guys. Hey, there he is. Oh, okay. I see him. Oh, go. Got him. That one was smaller. Still effective. And on fire. Cooked fish, anyone? Does anybody want some cooked fish? Guys, the whole thing is dumb. As Kara points out, yes, the sharks are eating, but the sharks are eating cocaine. Okay, like they're just like rubbing their gut. Oh God, can you imagine? Is there a horror movie for cocaine sharks? Like, can you imagine a great white shark just like rubbing its gums with cocaine? Like, what would happen? Oh my God, that would be terrible. That please reshare the live 195. We can do better. That's right, Karen. I appreciate you always shouting that out. I will be making that shout out here, call out in a little bit after our section on corruption. Also, Lexi, I need to know how to play your thing, or I'm just going to play it the way I want to play it, and it may not go well. So we're going to play it, folks. We're just going to play the bottom video. It's 2 minutes long, and then we're going to play the top video at 17 seconds. So let's just listen to part of it and see what it is.
Comfortable with masked agents or troops on our streets.
Oh,
we
no.
need ICE out of our city.
Don't believe it when they tell you that they're
How are they going to keep things cold?
busting the worst of the worst gangs or gang members. They're attacking peaceful neighborhoods.
Your agents have broken laws. They have acted with impunity. But at the end of the day, we will hold you accountable.
So that is Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, so they're going to hold. Okay, so that's probably what they're making fun of. So let's check out the 17-second video. There's so many drugs down there. Everyone's got to be getting high as a kite and aggressive. Yeah, everything in the ocean, guys. Little Nemo is getting aggressive and high. Like Dory, high. Like everyone, high. Like it's awful. You should see East St. Louis.
Today, he is trying to make us comfortable with masked agents or troops on our street.
Eat shit, JB Pritzker.
Oh my God. That got wild, guys. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, that Lexi, thank you for sharing that. The little fart on the end was just so good. Oh my God. Okay, another one. Jenica with corruption, guys. We are leaving government and going into corruption. I know that those two sections seem like they would be extremely related, and they are. But they are different sections of the show, guys. So we have left government corruption, and we are getting into the section on corruption government. So international actors are involved in the State Department-led color revolution. Who's shocked? Nobody. Ex-USAID, the U.S. Agency for International Development, folks. Don't let people call it aid. It's wrong. Employees now describe how before January 20th, they moved international groups off government systems and into encrypted signal chats, then quickly linked with foreign partners and NGOs after the inauguration. This attempt at creating a color revolution isn't new news. This part was already reported in Notice earlier this year. But what was not reported is the international aspect. One participant explicitly frames it as a global anti-authoritarian movement connecting U.S. officials with colleagues from around the world who have dealt with this directly. They reference coordination with Johns Hopkins International Democracy and Conflict Mitigation Space and efforts to mobilize across borders against what they perceive as domestic authoritarianism. Guys, this is a 5-minute video where they go through this basically step by step. As always, patience while she puts it together, guys. There are these large chats talking about international actors to assist with the color revolution. Let's just watch this one video and let's see what they're talking about, guys.
In the like figuring that out phase, but I do think 22nd Century will be a great place to build those connections. I know Johns Hopkins is also working to bridge international domestic democracy, conflict mitigation spaces, and to Hochul's point, actually just bringing in, like, we don't have to be intermediaries either. We can bring in actors or colleagues from around the world who have dealt with this directly, very specific issue sets, whether that's on tackling corruption or how to respond to corruption, mobilizing around corruption.
Also, I've noticed there's not a lot of diversity on this panel. Anybody else notice that? A lot of progressive whites.
We can bring those folks in and kind of be those facilitators. And so again,
Also, a lot of them are very old.
I think those coordination structures are just starting to take place. And, you know,
Karen says, does Data Republican mention Ms. Newland? I could look a little further down. I didn't look too deep into it, but International Institute, are you aware of this effort? Lest you go and admit the goals, create new socio-political, economic governance systems. If that's not a coup, I don't know what is.
A dynamic change making. Making fractal ecosystems capable of co-generating the emergence of the new thriving together.
Oh, God, so many things. It just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going and going. As Jenica's work does, she does a very good job deep diving. Office of Transition Initiatives, guys. Hard to appreciate the scale. Every blue dot is an NGO. John Steiner, Robert Fuller. I don't see it in there, Karen, but I would have to go through the post more thoroughly, and I probably won't do that during the show, but maybe I'd have to look through it more. But guys, this is a good point here. Liberal Tears Creator. Elephants and asses screwing the masses. Guys, this is the Uniparty all in a nice little meme. Yes. Yes, both sides have been screwing us for my entire life, guys. That's probably why MAGA is in and the parties are out. This is definitely how it feels, guys. And to prove that point, we have more corruption, guys. Look at this. Massive fraud. Somali restaurant in Minneapolis claims to be feeding 6,000 children every single day. Investigators found that there was just 40 kids in 6 weeks while they pocketed $12 million. $12 million in federal money to pay children that they said they were feeding, and they fed almost none of them. This was Somalis in Minneapolis, guys. Deport them all, please. As Gunther points out, people need to be deported. This is very concerning. Guys, how many times do you think this is happening? Every day around the country, how many of these NGOs do you think exist that are just robbing us? Like, this is absolutely insane, guys. In more crazy corruption news, Nancy Pelosi's daughter apparently is announcing that she's going to run for California State Senate. So we have another dynasty. They're trying to set up a family oligarchy, whatever you want to call it. Guys, the Pelosi family has no intention of getting out of politics because the Pelosi family has been getting enriched by politics for decades and decades. They just want to keep the grift going. Kara says Governor Walz's office was apparently well aware of it. Well, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Lectern guy, we covered Adam. We cover Adam every now and again. I love talking to him. He's a great guy. He's a great account on X. If you're not following him, you absolutely should. He is one of the January 6ers that I still have not yet been able to talk to. We have been able to talk to Brandon Strzok. We've been able to talk to Derek Evans on the show. We've been able to talk to Chad, January 6th, right? Now, I would love to talk to Adam, but charged and in jail within 48 hours of January 6th. Over 1,600 more arrests came after. It's been 5 years since the pipe bomb story came out. It only makes sense that anyone not named or prosecuted was or is an asset on that day. Yes. So the pipe bombing suspect, guys, came out that they suspect that they know who this was, right? It's alleged that there is a female Capitol Police officer that is now a CIA agent. But Jack Posobiec posted this back in January of 2024. I actually replied to this a long time ago, but has anyone ever pointed out that this pipe bomb looks almost identical to the ones the FBI uses for training? Like, look at this, guys. January 6th pipe bomb. In the bushes with a timer. FBI training materials. Almost identical pipe bomb or pipe segment. And a timer that looks almost identical to the timer hands from the timer in the training room. So, FBI training materials, guys. Take a quick look. FBI training materials. Pipe bomb from January 6th. pipe bomb from January 6th, FBI training materials. I'm just saying, like, it's way, way too close. I don't believe it for 1 second that this was not a setup. It was a distraction. It was meant to drive a narrative. And then we have this 0 hour, basically calling all hands to start digging into the life of this individual that is the alleged pipe bombing suspect. Capitol police officer turned CIA agent. Lots of people saying, yep, bet it's on. Let's go. Like, I'm ready for it. Bring the fire. OG Karen. If you know, you know. But guys, the corruption that is attached to January 6th is pretty well documented. I think we're going to find out more of it as we go on. This is a follow-up to our story from Saturday as well, guys. Climate change being a massive hoax. Well, Gardner threw this one together for us. They show you a nice green open space to collect data. They rarely show you the opposite angle of the giant asphalt heat absorber. Since in 1989, nearly every monitoring station was moved from your local news station to an airport. The increase in temperature is almost a direct correlation to the number of stations moved. When they could no longer replicate the warming trend, they changed to climate change, which is further hoaxed. Then they ripped through the rainforest they claimed is essential to protecting the planet. It's time to pull the $900 billion allocated for climate change initiatives and end all climate-related taxes. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is what he's talking about. Literally, Trump posted about this. They ripped the hell out of the rainforest in Brazil to build a 4-lane highway for environmentalists to travel on. 100,000 trees cut for a highway leading to a UN climate summit. Guys, the hypocrisy is crazy. The projection is insane. Also, keep in mind, I haven't been around this long, guys, but this goes back to the 60s. This is all of the decades of hoaxes that they've had, from oil in 10 years, ice age in 10 years, acid rain in 10 years, ozone gone in 10 years, ice caps gone in 10 years. Turns out none of them happened, except they did tax you a lot. So there was that. Guys, as Karen pointed out, as Shell points out all the time, please just repost the live. I would appreciate any support you can give me, whether it is just a tip, whether it is buying me a coffee, going to my website, following my YouTube and Rumble accounts, following me on X, buying some merch. We are working on getting some updated merch for you guys. I appreciate it. As it says here, the iron law of projection remains undefeated, guys. Undefeated. We're going to get into the section on crime now. Now, there is some stories in this. Again, I know Charlotte. Charlotte's always in the news, guys, because I follow Matt Van Swal, and he's doing a lot of posting about Charlotte. But let's start with something else, guys. Nick Sordor talking about Chicago, where now we have Latin street gangs are ordering members to shoot ICE agents on sight.
Federal agents here in the Chicago area are on alert tonight, following word they are being targeted by leaders of a major street gang. This comes as Border Patrol agents are attacked by an individual shooter. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin has the story here in Chicago tonight.
Chicago police get caught in the unrest in the Little Village neighborhood after DHS says a man drove up in a Jeep and fired shots at Border Patrol agents. Back. Now, after shell casings and video were collected from the scene, multiple agencies tracked the shooter and a suspect is in custody.
Good.
An illegal alien that has a past felony conviction for fire.
Ah, there we go. Illegal alien. Past convictions for firearm violence. It's a shame that they haven't made that stuff illegal because, then maybe they would follow the law.
This suspect's in custody, and they're pursuing leads based on this suspect. It appears he was in the Jeep, and he was armed.
DHS released pictures of federal vehicles damaged after at least 4 were rammed this weekend. Others were pelted with bricks and cans of paint. And Border Patrol agents were alerted that the street gang, Latin Kings, directed their membership to shoot on sight. Federal agents operating as part of Operation Midway Blitz.
A shoot on sight threat for federal law enforcement, that's extremely concerning to us.
Yeah.
We actually put that out on an intelligence bulletin to all federal law enforcement, especially Border Patrol.
Federal agents and their top brass say the rhetoric from elected officials in Illinois, calling agents everything from Nazis to barbarians, triggers violence and lawlessness.
Yes. Yes, and then we get told to ratchet down the rhetoric. We get told to get people under control. We get blamed when they constantly are using words that are dehumanizing and trying to other the federal employees that are just trying to enforce the law, guys, which we know the Democrats don't want you to do. They don't want you to enforce the law. They want you to be afraid. Guys, we don't have to live like this. Trump has proven this. Trump proved it in Washington, D.C. He's proving it everywhere else that federal agents are interfering. Guys, we just need to enforce the laws we have. We don't need new ones. So let's do that. And then we also have this. This was another follow-up story about this. And I won't play this video because I believe it's the same video, just the rest of it. But yeah, they already covered this in the last story, guys. Multiple weapons felonies. And is now being accused of violating the Laken-Riley Act. That is interesting to see. As Sean points out, guys, they are not sending their best, as Trump would say. Oh, that no. Yep. What? No. You're not supposed to be over here, buddy. What? No. It'll be over when it's over. You need to be patient. Okay, buddy? All right. Love you. You also have these people, guys. They are doing spotting for ICE. They are driving around. They are tracking where these agents are, and they are putting the information out so that people know where to avoid. And then when they get caught, they try and play victims.
That Mustang's coming on you pretty fast. She just ran a red light.
Isn't it interesting how they don't mind breaking the law? It's almost like they don't care about laws.
Yeah, that's a fast little car. She's right behind you now. All right, just slow down. Let me do this.
Yeah, come down here. Come down here. Fine road.
Okay. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
They busted Venezuelan gang leaders in Hawaii.
Turn on the lights.
Interesting.
Hey, wait.
Oh, don't play that game with cops.
Turn on the lights.
Hey, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're impeding with the federal investigation. We have you on camera. We actually have news reporters with us in the vehicle. Your case will be referred over to Homeland Security investigations for prosecution. You will be arrested. This is your last and final warning. Hold on a second, guys. Give me your license, please.
Yeah, suck it, nerd.
Cases in danger. Put your vehicle in park and shut it off, please.
I'm just a mom. My ass. You're running red lights, chasing down federal officers, and reporting their position to people. You're not just a mom.
I'm just a mom. I understand, but you are impeding. Look what you are.
Oh, don't worry about it, Lexi. We appreciated your parody. I really loved the ending fart. Like that was just the cherry on top.
You are almost causing an accident. You are surrounded by federal agents. I understand. Okay, I am the Deputy Field Office Director here, ma'am.
We're here at the Mustang.
Stand by. We're running the name. We're going to refer this case over for.
Oh, you're getting referred there, girl. Sucks to suck. Yeah, guys, these people absolutely need to be treated like the criminals they are. So I'm glad to see that they are referring her for criminal prosecution. I'm just a mom.
Nope.
Nice try. Also got here, here we go. Trooper acted in self-defense. Guys, I'm not going to play the video, but basically the suspect shot the officer 3 times The officer still regains control and fights to save his life, ends up shooting the person. So, yeah. Do you think it's justified, finally, if you are wrestling with a cop, you take his gun and shoot him, you then wrestle with him for the gun more, and then you get killed? I don't think you deserve anything other than what you got. It's crazy. Yeah, like, absolutely not. Still wrestling. Like, still wrestling, guys. Like, don't wrestle with cops. It's not smart. Here's the updates from Vance Wall Guy. We're getting right into Charlotte, going real deep. 72 hours, going through over 10,000 arrest records. It's not a one-off, and it's not rare. There were at least 18 instances of repeat offenders where the race was obviously changed between arrests. Here's the kicker. It never happens the other way. White men are never accidentally labeled Hispanic. Neither are black men. It's always Hispanic, for which there is an option. Men being labeled as Caucasian, white, other, and unknown. Again, this is clear and is often used to label an individual as Hispanic, and it is deliberately not being used. Yeah, like right here, guys. 2 different arrest records. Same person. You can see there the PID is the same. The date of birth is the same. The gender is, sex is the same. But the race is different. Once listed as Hispanic, the other time is Caucasian, guys. That's weird. Almost like other, Caucasian, Hispanic, Caucasian, white, Caucasian. Many such cases, guys. Look at this graphic. Somebody actually put together an entire page of all the people just being completely misraced. Like, what are we supposed to think, guys? The numbers are intentionally being skewed. They're being skewed so that they can slander white people. They're being skewed so they can try and make excuses for the people that are actually committing crimes. People like Mr. Rodriguez Chambers here, arrested 17 previous times at 22 years old, including for assaulting and strangling multiple women in Charlotte, was just arrested for a double murder. Arrest the judge. That's the only way this stops. Arrest the judge. He's already been released from prison 3 times. This guy's been arrested from prison 3 times this year. Guys, arrest the judges. You have this one. Illegal alien in Charlotte, charged with murder of an unborn, allegedly broke into a pregnant woman's home, strangled her, and then punched her in the stomach until he got tired. The attack caused her to lose the baby at 15 weeks.
Dearest assaulted his girlfriend at a home on Farmhurst Drive in South Charlotte last Sunday. That's just off Nations Ford Road. The next day, the victim gave birth to a stillborn fetus. Santos Dearest turned himself in. He's facing several charges, including murder of an unborn child and assault on a female.
Yes, illegal aliens, guys. They shouldn't be here. These crimes should never have the opportunity to occur, and these people should still be alive. I don't care how many of these messages I get. I'm not going to stop, not until all of the illegals are deported and the violent criminals are locked up so they no longer prey on the innocent. We deserve better. Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we absolutely do, guys. Like, what are we doing? Why? We don't have to live like this. We absolutely don't. And even with all of this, the non-Hispanics have a lower rate for every crime the FBI tracks than blacks. Yep. Even though it seems like half of them are labeled as white. Interesting. This one, we're getting into science and technology, guys. I just wanted to, I've had enough of crime. I've had enough of corruption. I just want to get into science and culture and fun. So we are moving on. The kids are doing some kind of like hand game thing. I don't really get it, but they're having a good time. So I'm just going to let them do it. They just need to do it a little more quietly, please. Hey, a little more quietly, please. Thank you. All right. 8 passengers taken to the hospital after a people mover hits the dock at Dulles. If anyone's ever flown out of Dulles International Airport, there are these crazy land tractor things that move between terminals. Apparently one of them ran into the terminal.
News right now, Sky Fox flying over Dulles International, and you can see a pretty large response there on the tarmac.
My local airport.
We're being told that one of the people movers hit the dock as it was pulling up to the terminal. The collision happening about an hour ago, 4:30 this afternoon. Passengers have now been offloaded. They are currently being checked out by emergency crews there for potential injuries. The airport is open and operating as normal.
So it's kind of hard to see, guys. In between the two United planes, if you just kind of like straight across from my finger, they're actually big land tractor things that run on hydraulics. And you can see they have like two little pillars. Looks like the letter N on that one, or Indiana. They all have the letters of states. But yeah, they're just like big tractor vehicles that drive between the A, B, C, and D terminals. They're kind of fun to ride in, but apparently if you hit the dock too hard, it can really hurt. So that's an interesting science-y thing, right? I know some of you have flown in and out of Dulles. I've flown in and out of Dulles. I found this a little bit interesting. Oh, here's a better picture of these people movers. Yeah, they're just big people movers. How are they not automated now? We went over infrastructure spending already, right, Karen? Like I'm just pointing out that air traffic control is still running on essentially DOS. Where are they going to spend them? Like, would you rather them upgrade that up there first, or would you rather them update those? I don't know. Maybe both. It's hard to say. But I don't think they're going to modernize those anytime soon, man. Those things are old. They're fun. Like, don't get me wrong. They're fun to ride in. Then we have things that are modern. So you have Tony Bruno thanking Blue Origin here for these BE-4 engines. They're going to be used on Vulcan, right? The Vulcan rocket uses BE-4 engines that were designed by Blue Origin that are used on New Glenn. You can see these things are just beautiful. Kara says, I rode them for the first time like 40 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're still the same. They're probably even the same ones you rode. But yeah, you can see here, guys, they are beautiful. They are very well machined and pretty and shiny, and they are going to get chucked into the ocean probably, because I don't think they don't reuse them, right? Vulcan doesn't. So these beautiful engines, guys, just going to go right in the ocean. Such a waste. In the modern day, guys, when we have Falcon 9 and Starship and these others going for full reusability, we have New Glenn going for reusability. Everyone's going for reusability. And these idiots are still just chucking these multi-million-dollar gorgeous pieces of machinery right into the Indian Ocean. Makes zero sense to me. Hey, be nice. Giga Bay under construction. 4 tower cranes are now in place. The last update I saw on NASA Spaceflight, as well as Marcus House and the other channels that I follow on YouTube, they all had updates this last weekend that they were up to 3 tower cranes. So now all 4 tower cranes are in place, and the Giga Bay construction is underway. In fact, SpaceX is constructing its $250 million Giga Bay at Starbase to accelerate Starship production. It is a 700,000 square foot facility designed to build up to 1,000 rockets per year. 3 a day is the goal, guys.
So we're expanding integration to produce 1,000 Starships per year. Well, yeah, that hasn't been built yet, but we're building it. That is a truly enormous structure. This will be one. That'll be one of the biggest structures. I think by some measures, the biggest structure in the world. And it's designed for 1,000 Starships a year.
One of the biggest structures in the world. America. Thank you, chat band. Wonderful comment. Yeah, guys, Elon is doing such incredible things. In fact, the Tesla shareholders just voted on its compensation package. 75% voted yes, which makes him potentially the first trillionaire on Earth. Guys, do you think he's going to hit those milestones? I do. I just don't think betting against Elon is a smart bet. I don't. Like, do you? Look at all the things he's doing, guys. SpaceX, Starlink, Boring Company, Tesla. Like, don't bet against Elon, guys. Don't bet against America. It's not smart. The communists want you to. Don't be a communist. Now we're going to get into culture, guys. There is unfortunately a couple of these stories in the culture section that are just absolutely unhinged and wild, but they do apply to culture, and these are things that need to be talked about. As Libs of TikTok points out, this is a trans teacher on Reddit asking if it's normal to get a euphoria boner when kids use his preferred pronouns. This is a mental illness. This is somebody getting off on control of narrative and control of other people. Get off the stairs, please. Now. Do not play on the stairs. Off. Up or down. Yeah. Says, I'm a substitute teacher, and earlier this week I introduced myself to a new class. I wrote my name and pronouns on the whiteboard. Whenever students refer to me as she or miss, I get quite excited.
Nope.
Guys, these people need to be put in asylums. These people need to be ridiculed. These people need to be called out for the BS, and these people need to be excised from our culture. As Retard Finder correctly points out, guys, they're just sick degenerates. It's time for everyone to just shame them all. Yes, we need to make shaming great again. We need to ridicule them, because when people are being ridiculous, they are deserved of ridicule. This person is ridiculous and should be called out for being so. What, bud? What? You have to get recycled? How? You're going to recycle. Recycling is a scam, kid. My kid's going to be based. Recycling is a scam. I know. Tell your teacher that. Yep. Tell your teacher recycling is a scam. Representative Tim Burchett posted to one of them, "You're not a woman when it comes time for the prostate exam." Hey guys, one's in the chat if you think my kid should tell his teacher that recycling is a scam. Guys, we're going to continue on with culture. More nonsense. Leftists always tell on themselves. This dude posted F Trump, and if you support this pedo, you are the problem. Interesting problem, though. The person was found to possess child exploitative and abusive material, aggravated possession. Oh, guys. Accuse the other side of that which you are guilty. Joseph Goebbels, of all people. Karen says yes. Okay, I asked for ones in the chat, but that's fine. I'll let it slide. But guys, try to call Trump out for being a pedo. Meanwhile, possession of child sexually abusive material of aggravated possession. The iron law of projection remains undefeated, folks. Undefeated. This one, also a good development, finally. The Olympics has set to ban all transgender athletes from female events after finding scientific evidence, finally, that we've all been talking about for many, many years, that there are advantages to being born male. Oh, no. The science is finally rolling downhill again. Yeah, guys. We have all known that there is scientific evidence that proves that men have an advantage. Also, Sam, thank you. This is hilarious. Emily is not amused. This is Emily. Emily wants to join the girls' football team. Emily can't because of transphobic rules. Guys, yeah. The last Olympics during Biden, guys. Just saying. I also like that they added Biden into this picture. Yeah, Kara says, I love the liberal tears over this today. Yes, so many tears, and they were all so tasty. So tasty. Also, this one, Freckled Liberty. Congratulations, by the way, on being a recent mother. Congratulations. Why is it so hard for women to take accountability for their actions? I don't know, women in the audience. Can you answer this question for me? I would hate to be accused of mansplaining. But the quote there is the subheadline from the Telegraph that says, "My ex stole my childbearing years. Does he owe me compensation?" Did you give them to him or did he steal them? Like, were you chained in the basement? Like, I don't understand the perspective, the mindset that it takes. Such an external locus of control is wild to me. South Park nailed this years ago with Macho Man Randy said, yes, that's true. Yeah, the transgender thing with Randy Savage was hilarious. But guys, can one of the girls in the audience tell me why an internal locus of control is so difficult for women? I don't understand. The things that happen to you in life are almost, not exclusively, but almost always the fault of the decisions you have made that put you in the circumstances you're in. It doesn't mean you were wrong. It doesn't mean that anything. It's just like, guys, the place you are in life is typically the place that you have earned. Now, can you earn different? Yes. Change your attitude, change your actions. You can absolutely make a different choice in life. But like, to pretend that you have zero control and zero agency, I don't understand that mentality, guys. I just don't. I don't know. Life comes fast. It does, Karen. Also, Ilhan Omar said she doesn't mind being deported. Let's listen to this one.
I mean, I have no worry. I don't know how they take away my citizenship and like deport me, but I don't even know like why that's such a scary threat. Like, I'm not the 8-year-old who escaped war anymore. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Like, I can go live wherever I want.
How about if we denaturalize and then strip you of your assets and then deport you? How about that? We can call you on that. Tiffany Fogg with a very nice response. This mirrors the post from the White House, guys. The White House responding to this, basically saying, bye. Guys, this White House media account gets me every time. Like, I love whoever runs this account. I want to know who you are. I want to be able to thank you. I want to send you a cigar or a bottle of liquor of some sort. Like, whatever you want, buddy. Whoever runs that account, let me know and I will buy you something because it is wonderful. You deserve an award. The tribe story with Minneapolis is crazy. Care to link it? You got this one. Churches rise up. This from Erica Kirk. You are the bedrock of this country, guys. This is one of our last stories here in culture. Let's listen.
I believe Christian charities and churches should step up and feed and to clothe and to be a helping hand, not government.
Yes.
In fact, we used to be a country that we had a lot more private charities going and helping people in need.
And
in
they
fact,
went away.
I would make a contention, if the government cut all of its social welfare, every church would step up to make sure that no kid went hungry in this country and that no kid would die of starvation.
I would love if my tax dollars went to helping people who needed food. That's my argument here.
Well,
I think that it
does.
should be
Over $1 trillion a year goes to food stamps and SNAP and Medicaid.
Perfect,
So,
and I'm glad with
no,
that.
but actually it doesn't help them nearly as much as you think. Let me tell you why. Because then we subsidize bad eating habits of the poor. So that the working poor is very obese, so they go buy Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Frito-Lays. And the church is not involved, where the church would then basically...
Anyone looking at the body language on this broad? Like, she is real unhappy. She's pulling a full-on awful. She's being an awful Cheryl. Or was it okay Karan? Yeah, she's being a Karan right now. That posture, though. I would walk away from her just like immediately. Hey, any women out there, you give me a look like this, I'm just walking away. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. Like, bye. Like, my life is good without you.
Say, hey, instead of going to the local grocery store with a bunch of food stamps and SNAP benefits, why don't you come by our church and we'll feed all of you and a much more healthy meal made by our own members, and then you can hear the gospel afterwards. That's the church in practice.
If Jesus fed people for free, taught people for free, and healed people for free, why don't we do the same?
Churches should.
Yes, and they do. They do all the time. 100%. Jack says 100%. She's privileged and sheltered and doesn't know anything about working poor class. Yeah, Absolute. Most elitist awfuls don't, Jack. Like almost all of these progressive whites are affluent, right? These are kids that come from affluent families that are going to colleges, getting stupid degrees that they don't need, and then being indoctrinated into socialism. And then they come out thinking, look, I've always had shit for free. Everyone should have everything for free. It's only fair because they don't know any different. These kids were raised in families where they didn't have to work. They just got everything. And they think that's how life works. God, they're so dumb. They are so dumb. Somebody got me spun up. I don't know who it is, but we're going to finish out the culture section with this one because it is just awesome. Elon Musk posting this out. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. But guys, this interview was great. We covered this on Saturday's show. You meant happy holidays, right? This is like the resting, like the face on Sydney is bitch please in facial form if I've ever seen it. And I think it's so good. It is so, this interview was so awkward and so funny at the same time. I'm so glad we covered it. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to watch it. Oh, it was a lot of fun. So let's see. We have Karen posting this one out. All right. Jacob Frey apparently beat Omar Fatah in Minneapolis by exploiting Somali clan divisions. Somali TikTok. This guy is taking advantage of tribal politics. We are too easy. He understands how to divide our people. I do remember reading something about this, that like Fatah came from a different tribal group than the majority of the people in the Minneapolis area. So he literally just appealed to the tribal divisions that came from Somalia, which just shows how not American these idiots are, that they would allow their own old country tribal divisions to destroy the opportunity that they had. Like, well done to Jacob Frey for playing the game. Like, well done indeed. Like, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Thank you very much, Karen. We're going to get into memes, guys. We have a bunch of memes in here. Please, if you have any more memes, send them in. I remember when it was rude to ask or imply someone's political stance. Yeah, there is no such thing as rude or shame anymore. There just isn't. Gotta love this meme, though, guys. You know what they call a cigarette in Britain? What? We all know what she's about to say, guys. We've seen it before. You smoke them. Anyone? Don't write it in the chat, please. Don't write it in the chat. You know what it is. Oh, guys, they're so good. The memes are so good. Oh, yep. Cigarettes, folks. Cigarettes. Karen just says F. Cloud with this one. Wish I hadn't, but it's true. Oh, my God. The Disney Predator movie that just came out. Oh my God, this is so well timed, and it's so good. Oh my God. Oh God, well, when you look at this shit. Oh, guys. This might be one of my favorite meme sections, and we're only a couple of memes in. Yes, thank you for these contributions, Shelt. I'm like crying over here. Oh. Whew. Okay, West Virginia with this one. Mice die in mouse traps because they do not understand why the cheese is free. The same thing happens with socialism. Jack says the eyebrows are spot on. They really were. They ruined another franchise. I know. I've seen the Critical Drinker. I've seen Nerdrotics review on it. Disney has now murdered the Predator franchise. We are all sad. I think that franchise, just like the Alien franchise and so many others, has such great potential. There's so many good stories that they could tell, and they choose to tell that one. Like, even Prey was pretty woke, but like it turned out pretty decent, right? The reviews coming out about this and of Witcher Season 4, by the way, guys. Witcher Season 4 reviews are wildly bad. Like, you would never think Liam Hemsworth could be that bad compared to, damn it, my brain just went blank. Henry Cavill. But apparently the new Witcher season, awful. It's weird how when the person that actually respected the source material left the show, and the only thing that was left was a bunch of awfuls that were in the writing staff writing awful stuff. It's crazy that the show turned out so awful. I don't know. But yeah, guys, same thing happens with socialism. The people don't get why the cheese is free. And then they end up in the trap and they die. This is socialism, guys. West Virginia with the fire. Yes, this was a good one for sure. This one, guys. New York, you are in for trouble. Gunther Eagleman, but I voted for Mamdani. Yeah, guys, it's not going to end well for you progressives in New York. You think they're on your side. They're not. They are allowed, per Takia, to lie and be subversive, to gain power. And then when they have it, to wield it against you. Like, that is permitted under their religion. It's coming. The buildings are tall in New York. Yes, they are. Jack laughing about the goat. The goat popping in the corner like, hey. Like, it is pretty good. You have to admit. But yeah, voting for Mamdani is not going to help you guys. You think that goes wild, though? Check this goat out. He's probably thinking about a woman. Star Spangled MAGA. Oh my God, guys, these memes are going to be like sombrero memes. The goat memes are not going anywhere. Oh my God. Oh no, the AOC meme, guys. Oh, the AOC meme. Oh, he's probably thinking about other women. It's like, I wish she looked more like a goat and not a donkey. Oh, God. Guys, this meme section is just so good. Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you for making this so much. It's just so worth it. The Puerto Rican, from McDonald's fry cook to sanitation to solving global and domestic issues as POTUS to calling an NFL game, President Trump is an absolute machine. Yes, he is. He just showed up at the football game, at the Commanders game, and just went, you know what, Bet, I'm stopping by the booth. We're going to talk. Oh, thank you, Puerto Rican. Make sure if you are not following, you absolutely should follow Puerto Rican. We have one more before we get into the ones I've got to pull up manually. How dare Trump shut down the government? People are going to starve. And then they upgrade the TDS from version 1 to version 2. And it says, don't reopen the government. You're giving Trump another win. Yeah, this was Democrats for the last 40 days, guys. Literally, this was it. The flyover was great. Yeah, the real low pass over the stadium. I saw a video clip of that. Pretty badass. Very large plane, guys. You kind of forget how big a 747 is until you see it over a football field. Oh, man. But let's pull up the chat. We got a bunch of Karen memes, guys. Karen memes are coming. Per capita and me. Any arguments involving minorities. Yes, the per capita argument comes out, folks. Yes, the very large per capita. Also, that's probably far too much oil for that salad. I'm just saying. So, yep. Definitely enjoying these. Woke activists posting statistics. Being just the Achilles heel being per capita. Yeah, guys, they can't stand up to the per capita part. They're like, oh, look at the raw numbers. Okay. Well, let's look at the outsized contributions, shall we? Well, no. You can't talk about that. You can't talk about that. You're racist. It's like, okay. If you say so. $1 trillion propaganda machine and memers. Is this the best you can do? Yes, guys, the memers are out there just saving the world. It would be less funny if it weren't so true. So keep it up, memers. You help keep democracy alive. You help keep the republic alive. You help keep us all alive, because if we can keep communism away, we can stay alive just a little bit longer. Also, we live in a society where people use a $1,400 phone to check their food stamp balance. Yeah. Yes, that's true. And they probably are pushing it while wearing nails that are quite expensive, among other things. And our last one, racist? I prefer statistics enthusiast. Yes. Yes. Yes, we prefer using real statistics, folks. That doesn't make you a racist. That doesn't make you a hater. What do we got? Oh, we got West Virginia giving us a meme. All right, let's get this one pulled up, guys. Let's hope not. Finding out the Democrats actually opened the government without giving illegal health care or SNAP. Yeah, they're really upset. Like they are really upset, guys. They don't like it. They were very, very stuck on this. We will get these things. We will not compromise. And then they got raked over the coals by the Supreme Court. And yeah. Kara says, thanks for that one. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank God we have people like Gardner. Absolutely. We love Gardner. Very good point. We do. Gardner is doing great work out there, along with Robert Johnson and all the other folks in Doge. Thank you very much, all of you. You guys are doing great. We have this one just sent to us by Shell also. From Alpha Fox, who is in the chat every now and again, guys. Alpha Fox, good to see you around. If you're there, if not, we will see you next time. It's always good to have you. Left us having dinner after a hard day, crying about the mean orange man. Oh, the man children. Oh, the man child. It is real. I do have a feeling, though, that this is like Keith Olbermann's house. Like, this might just be Keith Olbermann. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's Keith Olbermann's son. Pray for his sobriety. Oh, guys. It is so much fun to be here with you guys. Checking the ether again real quick before we kick YouTube out and play the last couple of videos. Nope. Got all those. There was Reverend Gardner. Perfect. Yes. All right. So we are going to close out YouTube by saying check out the profile. Leave a tip if you can. If not, check out the website. Look at the different ways you can contribute and assist. You also have the live schedule there, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the evening update. You have Saturday for the weekly update. Tomorrow night, on Tuesdays, we are here for the topic exchange at 8:45 p.m. We are trying to get George Santos's Diva side on the show. That would be a lot of fun. And then this Sunday, you can also catch Christina and Shell with their strange journeys through the Bible on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Everyone over at YouTube, you can screw off.